It was like, wow, I have a hater. How cool is that? A couple of videos have really just started to make my channel blossom. There will be people who will date your channel for a little bit. This month, I really started to take advantage of that. And by the title of this video, you can see that this is my 3-month update of where I am and how my channel is growing. Maybe you're trying to grow your channel too. Maybe you're just interested in the process, or maybe you just like me. Either way, stick around because this one is a juicy one. This month's analytics have been like, I'm gonna need you to grab yourself a nice cold beverage because I have some Coke Zero to drink and some tea to spill. I always like to organize my analytics report in a way that shows, one, exactly where I am. I really believe in the transparency of it so that you can see the growth that is happening. And if you're trying to kind of compare your own growth or see what you've done, whether you have really zoomed off and are growing faster or whether we're right on the same place with one another, I think it's really helpful to be able to see that. So I show where I am. I also show the things that I have learned and the things that I have done differently, but then also some encouragement for you guys who are also following along with the journey. Alrighty, Coke Zero in hand and ready to drink. Let's get right into the analytics because it has been a fun month of growth and I have some thoughts on it and some things that I'm trying to do to grow even more and hopefully some helpful tips for you if you are trying to grow your channel as well. We are now on my channel page. As you can see, I have 271 subscribers. We've grown 271 subscribers, which is really blown my mind. If you remember the last time that I did this, I was at, I believe, 23 subscribers. And then my first month, I was at 6 subscribers. So there's just been a lot of nice growth over this past month. Across the lifetime of my channel, I've received 13,000 views with 11, almost 12,000 of that being from the last 30 days. And we'll look into what video or videos are driving that traffic. I've uploaded a total of 25 videos with 8 videos in this last month. Alrighty, so let's go into my YouTube studio. I'm just going to click on this manage videos, which will take me to my YouTube Creator Studio. And then I am going to click on my analytics to see where we are. All right, so we have 670 hours of watch time these past 28 days with 245 subscribers that I've gotten in the past 28 days. The video that is driving the majority of this traffic is this video that I uploaded, 6 Weeks Hard, Journey to Lose Weight. And so it is my fat loss journey, which I have been documenting over this past several weeks. And that one really has started to take off. What you're able to see is that it has gotten me 9,465 views, with my next one driving traffic being this Quick Easy Meals, in which I'm talking about food prep over meal prep. And so these couple of videos have really just started to make my channel blossom and have really started to drive some traffic. Alrighty, so I am going to click into this see more so I can actually see what has happened with my channel over these past several weeks. And so what I see, as I just mentioned, is that it is this video, this Journey to Lose Weight, that is driving a lot of my traffic. And so 75% of the traffic to my channel has come from this one video. This next video, Quick Easy Healthy Meals, driving 8.4% of my traffic. So you can see that one video has the power to really do a lot for your channel. As we click across, I see that this has gained me 158 subscribers, with the next one having gained me 14 subscribers. Also, I talk about this a lot, the impressions. However many impressions that a video is getting, that plus the click-through rate will help you to be able to see why a video is either growing or not growing. And so for this one, it has gotten me almost 144,000 impressions with a 5.3% click-through rate. And so what that means is that out of every 100 people, 5.3 of them are clicking on it, or out of every 1,000 people, 53 are clicking on this video, which is actually really good. There have been some other good videos that have had a higher click-through rate. However, if they haven't had as many impressions, then they're not getting as many views. And so this next one, Quick Easy Meals, that has a 5.1% click-through rate, but we see that it's only gotten 16,000 impressions, and so quite a few less views with that one. Same thing here. This one has a 4.3% click-through rate, which is really good, but a little under 9,000 impressions. And so right here, just under 500 views. This has so many more impressions, and so it's so many more opportunities for people to click on it and for people to be able to watch it. I'm encouraged by the click-through rate. I'm encouraged to see some movement and some traction happening in my channel. If we click on this video, we will see that I uploaded it on June 12th and it was getting some views. It was getting, let's see, it got 17 views when I uploaded it, then 55 views, then 77 views, then 38 views, then 38. And then there was a nice little spike where it jumped up to 604 views, 730 views. And then on this one day, on June 27th, it got 1,000 views. So almost 1,100 views in this one day. It has steadily continued to get hundreds of views each day, which has been really, really good for the channel, which has been really good also for people finding me and being able to see who I am, see who my personality is, and be able to start watching a lot of these other videos as well. I think what's important to know is that there will be people who will date your channel for a little bit and will want to see what else that you have available, and you have to have other things that are relevant to them or relevant to what they're interested in, whether it's your personality, whether it is the video, the content that they're interested in, something about you, something about your channel before they subscribe. Rarely will people look at a channel and off of one video just subscribe. They will go and look and see what else it is that you have to offer them. If we look further into this video, we can see where a lot of this traffic is coming from. So I'm able to see that 60.5% of my traffic is coming from browse features. So that is that blue line right there. Basically, when they open up their YouTube and people are just looking, scrolling across YouTube and they see my video, they click on it. So that's browse features. Suggested videos will be those videos that are after maybe they have watched another YouTube video and it suggests another video for them to watch. Or if they see me on the sidebar of videos that they are already watching. And then we have, let's see, direct or unknown would be traffic from any direct URL entry, bookmarks, and unidentified apps. So a way that somebody found my channel, that's 77 people, which is pretty cool. I don't know how those people happened either, but I'm excited. Let's look at a few more of the things within the analytics of this specific video that may give reason to why this video may be growing or not. If I scroll all the way down, I am looking at the average view duration and then the average percentage viewed. So this is a 10-minute and 49-second video, and people are on average viewing 27% of that, or 2 minutes and 55 seconds, which is not exactly what I'm gunning for. I have put a lot of effort into my videos, so I want people to watch all of them. But the reality is people don't watch all of it. But the goal is to really get to right around 45% retention rate with as many people as possible still sticking around in this first 30 seconds. And as we're able to see, about 57% of people are sticking around at the first 30 seconds of the video, and then it starts to slowly taper off at some points. Also, we have this gray line in here, which is basically where my typical view duration is throughout any video that I create. And this blue line is actually a bit below that for me, what my typical view and duration is. What that means is there are some other factors that are at play within this video that don't necessarily seem to account for the reason that the video is growing. There are definitely quite a few people that have resonated with it, that have watched it, that have liked it. Almost 10,000 views and almost 400 likes with maybe 3 or 4 dislikes. But what that shows me is that what is probably the most important sometimes, or at least right now and for this video, has been the thumbnail. People saw the thumbnail, they resonated with it, and then there were quite a few people who decided, wow, I like what you are about, I like what your channel is about, and so I want to subscribe to it and I want to be a part of this journey. There were some people who may still be dating me, and there might be some people who are saying, not for me, and that is okay. Not everybody is for you, and you are not for everybody, and that is completely fine. But I would say what has probably driven the most traffic to this video has been a mixture of the thumbnail, people really resonating with the thumbnail, people really resonating with the title, and then also people really, once they watch it, some percentage of it. And so even though YouTube might suggest a particular percentage, it's very likely that it's okay that it's slightly less, or even maybe quite a bit less than what it is that they are recommending, if there is something about the video where the algorithm decides that people want to watch it and that people are engaging with the content. And so what are some changes I've made? Well, first, I realized that you could change thumbnails. Actually, I knew this last month as well, but this month I really started to take advantage of that. And so I look at my thumbnail and I really focus on how it's performing in that first day, that first hour, that first full day, but then also that first 48 hours to really see how it's performing. If I see that it is on a really good trajectory where people are clicking on it and it is in a really good place, and if that good place for me feels like around 3.5% or higher. If it's doing really well, then I will keep it as it is. If I feel like it could be pushed a little bit further and it's not performing as well as I would expect it to, then that means that there is something within that thumbnail that people are not liking, or that's not driving people to click on it. So I will then change it. I have done that quite a bit this month of just really looking at my thumbnail to see how that's performing. Also, I like to make sure that similar videos have similar types of thumbnails. So my weight loss videos actually have very similar types of thumbnails so that people can see and resonate with what that looks like. My food videos, people really resonate with that being a very simple type of background. So when they see my video, it's something that resonates with them of, oh, this is another one of Christy's food prep videos, so let me click on that. I have really paid a lot of attention to my thumbnails, not only my thumbnails, but my titles, really making sure that those titles, that thumbnail, that description, all of those pieces match, that I'm using keywords within my description, I'm using keywords within my title. I don't always use keywords in my thumbnail unless I feel like it is a keyword that most people are thinking of and it's something that'll really grab people's attention, but I really do focus on putting those keywords in my description, in my title, and also make sure that I'm saying that keyword in my video a few times as well, so that there's just alignment across all of the different areas where that keyword is coming up. Speaking of, I focused on trying to rank in search, and so make sure that I am using proper keywords that are things that people would search for. So a keyword is not necessarily just a word, but it's mostly like a phrase that people would be searching for. One keyword could be how to lose weight. You would put that whole thing in your title or your description, and also as you're saying it through your video, because that is something that people are looking for. Additionally, YouTube is listening basically to your channels, and so YouTube has a way of being able to figure out exactly what the topic of your video is about. As it's doing its checks of running through what it is that you are saying and what you're talking about, and you have that alignment between your title and your description, then that's how you would be able to rank in search for specific keywords. YouTube has recently said that keywords are not as important, but they can't hurt. So I still keep them in there and make sure that I'm trying to rank for them in search as well. Another sip of Coke Zero. Okay, so another thing that I have really focused on is being able to see what's working for me. I have quite a few videos now, 25 of them as we were able to see, that I have, and I can see what my audience resonates with. And so I've been able to see that my weight loss video is doing really well, as my food prep video. So those topics for me are performing really well, which means I need to make other videos geared toward those topics that people would be interested in as well. This is what people typically call niching down. And you find how to niche down once you have enough videos to see where people are interested in what it is that you have to offer. If you are a creator who has a lot of different topics that you're interested in, I think it's okay to dip your toe in a few of those different ones and see what your audience most resonates with, and then make videos that are geared toward that. At the same time, because I am a person who has quite a few different interests and I like to talk about a few different things. Something that I heard another YouTuber say, I can't remember who it was, but something that I heard someone else say was to make one for you and make one for your audience. And so I have tried to really implement that, where I am really pushing some videos that are geared toward the things that I know that are working really well for me, and then also those things that I'm really interested in as well, and being able to create a mix of both of them, while all at the same time, all of these videos have my personality, my who I am, my style, my editing style, my everything that is about me, but in a couple of different topics that really interest me and make me happy. So what next? What should you do next, and what encouragement do I have for myself, but then also for other people out there who are starting a channel and really trying to grow their channels? One, if you see that something is doing well, try to adjust your content calendar so that you have other things that go along with that. I think it's so important to figure out how to niche without boxing yourself in. Maybe my growth is a tad slower than it could be, but because I have a very specific target audience in mind, I think about what are some different things that they would be interested in that isn't just the one thing. My goal is to build a community and not just be the go-to person for just one very narrow subject. When I watch YouTube, I really actually like to see people that I like. Like, I might have gone to them for one specific thing, but once I watch a few of their videos, they could be talking about things that I wouldn't necessarily have clicked on, but because I like them, I click on and watch the other topics that they have as well. So that's the thing that I try to keep in my brain when I am creating my own videos. Building that type of community might take a little bit longer, and that's the reality of it, because it's not all food related stuff. It's not all this, it's not all that, where people know I'm going to go to Christy and I'm going to get a ton of recipes every single time she has a video. Now, maybe that isn't your goal to build that type of community, and that is perfectly fine if it isn't. I think that the best way is to see what works and then make a bunch of the exact same thing so that you can be that go-to person for whatever that topic is that your audience is interested in. I would say also, don't get consumed in the numbers. Check them, but use them as data. Things started slowing down for me for that one video that has been doing really, really well. And at first that made me a little bit nervous, but if it happened before, that means that it can happen again. And also, videos often continue to thrive long after that initial peak. And then I think the last thing would be to ignore the negative comments. I had my first negative comment, guys. Like, it was like, wow, I have a hater. How cool is that? I don't want you to hate. So here's the thing. Don't hate. Don't be a hater. But all of that to say, ignore the negative comments. There will always be people who have some dissenting thing to say. You have to develop a thick skin to be prepared for knowing that that is going to come. Do what you do and move on. People will either like it or they won't. And if they don't, then they can move away from your channel, because guess what? It's your channel. All right, so that's what we have. I am so very excited to start seeing some growth, and really looking forward to what this next month will bring. If you are new, please come to the comment section, introduce yourself, let me know who you are. I am so appreciative of you. Thank you for this community. Thank you for joining in with the journey. I'm excited that you're here, and we're just gonna keep growing together. So I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.